Hello, Greg Granberg, School of Career and Career and Technical Education Coordinator for the Oregon School District. This video is part of a series of videos designed to help Oregon high school students best determine how to earn their nursing assistant certification, either through Madison Area Technical College or Quality CNA. Oregon School District, as has been mentioned in the past, partners with both of those opportunities or organizations, and both of those organizations do an extremely good job at training our students to be certified nursing assistants. This video focuses in on Madison Area Technical College and the different options that are available for students to take the course. Before talking about the different options for students to take a nursing assistant course at Madison College, I want to add that in addition to the common requirements covered in a previous video, that Madison Area Technical College also has a reading requirement. This reading requirement can be demonstrated one of two ways, either through an ACT score with the reading score of 13 or higher, or through another standardized test offered by Madison College that shows the reading level of an 8th grader or higher. This is a requirement prior to enrolling in the course, and there is a way to go through and take that test at Madison College if you need to, and there will be directions on the CNA page on how to do that. This video talks about Madison College and the different options that exist at Madison College for taking a nursing assistant course. One of the options they offer is a hybrid option. The hybrid option is where all of the classroom, lecture, and learning takes place online on a student's own time and a student's own schedule, but not their own pace. And then the lab work takes place in person 1 day a week, and the clinicals take place in person 2 to 3 days a week. I'll talk about more of this in a little bit. My general rule of thumb, though, with the hybrid class is that students don't take the class hybrid style unless they have a nurse or a healthcare practitioner living with them. The terminology, the conversation, the pronunciation of words is extremely important, and that's hard to get through the online system. If a student is amazing with online classes, if the student is very good in terms of either figuring out that vocabulary, that pronunciation, or has somebody close to them that they can work with, this would be an option. Again, 8 weeks, you go through the online curriculum. It's on your own schedule, but it is paced by week, where each week you have to meet benchmarks in order to be on track to complete the course in 8 weeks. Additionally, there are some tests, quizzes, and activities that relate to the labs. The lab for a nursing assistant course is where you learn how to wash your hands, make a hospital bed with a patient in it, move a patient from a bed to a wheelchair, move a patient from a wheelchair to a regular chair, how to brush somebody's teeth, how to bathe somebody appropriately. All of those daily living tasks that a nursing assistant provides for their residents and patients. So that lab takes place 1 day a week from 4:30 until 9 o'clock at a Madison College campus location. I highly recommend the South Madison location for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's close to Oregon and it's not a bad commute. Number 2 is that your clinicals are placed within about 15 miles of where you do your lab, which means if you go to the Truex campus up by the airport in Madison, you could be going to Lodi for your clinicals. That's just a really long drive from Oregon to get to Lodi. So I highly recommend the South Campus. Once those 8 weeks are done, you have completed all of the class. You then do your clinicals. Clinicals are about 32 hours where you are following around and assisting a nursing assistant in their role or in their job. So typically you're at a local nursing home. Most of the time, students have been at Oakwood Village on the west side of Madison, at Oregon Manor here in Oregon, at a nursing home in Stoughton, or at a nursing home downtown Madison near the Capitol. The student does not get to pick. It's set by the course that you're in. And that's not usually determined or at least published until after you've started the course. But again, close by, not a horrible drive. The other option at Madison College is an in-person option. I really like this option for the sheer fact that it allows students to have that traditional lecture, discussion, and classroom setting. Classroom will take place 2 days a week from 4:30 until 9 o'clock at night, and it lasts about 8 weeks. This typically runs September and October or February and March. There are some summer classes, and there are some different modeled classes where there's weekend classes or other things like that. Most of our students do a weeknight class that goes from 4:30 until 9 for the classroom 2 days a week. In your classroom, as I mentioned earlier, you will have students of all ages, but there are no more than 16 people in a class. You go through and do the lecture, the discussion, watch the videos, do the readings, those types of things. And for this classroom, you obviously have a teacher right there with you in the classroom, as well as up to 15 other students that you can ask questions of, get support from, and also hear what the other students' questions are. In addition to the 2 days of in-class work, you also have lab time. Once again, lab time is where you are learning how to wash your hands, how to make a hospital bed, how to make a bed with patients in it. Those different living tasks that people can't do for themselves, and that's why they have a nursing assistant helping them. This runs the same 8 weeks, and again, it's 4:30 until 9, typically in the same building and very close to the same location or classroom as where you have your classroom setting for the other 2 days a week. Once those 8 weeks are over and the student has successfully passed all of the tests and maintained the attendance and grade requirements, they will do their clinicals. Once again, within about 15 miles of where they do their classroom and their labs. So South Madison, I highly recommend because of its location. You will have 8 people in your labs, 8 people in your clinicals that you are working alongside and with. So a slightly smaller group than the classroom at 16. Once these 3 weeks are done, you are then able to sit for the final exam or for the state certification. The other option during the fall and spring only is that Stoughton High School offers the hybrid class in their building. I normally don't recommend the hybrid class. What you will notice here is that for classrooms, it is online plus 1 day a week from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. That 1 day a week from 2:30 to 3 o'clock is a time where a educator from Stoughton High School that teaches in Stoughton High School full-time acts as a facilitator for this course. As a facilitator, they meet with the students and they let the students know, here's what's coming up. Here's what you have to have done by the end of this week. Here's what you have to have done before your labs this week. Here's where most students struggle or have some issues. And they are there to ask questions of. They are not the teacher, but they have facilitated this course for a long time and are a great resource. They go through and have that progress check with students on a weekly basis to ensure success. So as you go through and look at the Stoughton option, it is all online. 1 day a week, our students go meet with the facilitator that teaches at Stoughton High School for 30 minutes. 2 days a week, they're doing their labs at Stoughton High School, again, from 3 until 5, going through all of the different tasks that they're going to have to do. The other 2 days a week, or on all honesty, they're the 3 days a week, because normally the classroom check-in and the labs are on the same day. They're the 3 days a week, unless there's a test that Friday, students can work from wherever they would like. If they want to stay here at Oregon High School, they are more than welcome to. If they want to go home, they are more than welcome to. If they want to go somewhere else like the library and study, they are more than welcome to. This class does require that students not have an 8th or 9th period class, because they do need to have travel time to get to Stoughton before 3 o'clock or 2:30 1 day a week, and they need to then be there for that last period of the day. So it does impact the school schedule a little bit more as compared to the in-person and the hybrid class, where I recommend 9th hour be a study hall or be an open hour. You'll also notice that this lasts 10 weeks, whereas the other ones lasted 8 weeks. With it lasting 10 weeks, it's a little bit slower paced, which is nice for students. Clinicals are 2 days a week, the same days of your labs from 3 until 9, and they last 4 weeks. So a little bit less time, so you're there for a little bit longer in terms of duration, in terms of weeks, because you still have to reach the hour requirement of, I believe, 32 hours. These are the 3 options we have for Madison College. If you have any questions, as always, please stop by my office, give me a call, or send me an email. Thank you and have a great day.